And we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome to this live reaction. Usually we do it on the first night, but yesterday we were quite kind of tired,
Yeah.
honestly. So we decided just to have an afternoon review of Sanremo Night 1, the first night, in which, of course, we saw all the 29 songs participating in Sanremo this year. Of course, between one of these 29, we will have eventually a winner, and hopefully the representative of Italy at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025, if of course the winner accepts to go to Eurovision, because we all know that Sanremo, yes, is a national final, but no, it's not a national final. So I am with my beautiful Yana and handsome Andrei. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for being here with me.
Ciao.
Thank you. Hi there.
And we are just gonna go with a really simple kind of video here. I'm sorry if there is a dog barking. He's always barking at this hour. I hope it's not too much. But yeah, we are gonna go. We're really simple with this video. We are gonna go with talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, how it was the night in general. But let's go to the comments. We have quite a few already. Nennolo says ciao, ciao. Laggio
Ciao.
92 Forza Georgia. Yes, I agree. Um, Lee Fern 43 says ciao, ciao. Neil Harrow say hi. I didn't know how much Amadeus was gonna be missed. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this
Indeed.
eventually.
Indeed.
So Yana, Andrea, I would like to let you a little bit the word. How was the night? What was the general feeling? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was it? The general feeling? Thank
I mean, first of all, I was so glad that Sanremo was finally back. I mean, here we go, next edition. So I was really excited. It was interesting to not have Amadeus hosting there. I'm not sure if I liked it or not. I feel like it was a bit faster this time. It didn't take so long, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing. But we will talk about that, I think. Overall, I think it was good, quality wise, good as always. Maybe a little bit weaker than recent years. More ballads for sure. Not bad ballads, though. I mean, really good ballads, especially if you listen to the studio version afterwards. They are really good. But it was a quite slow year for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I like how you pointed out that it felt a bit different without Amadeus, which I think it also was kind of seen in the selection of songs itself. Like if you look at last year, for example, it was like the all stars of Sanremo, right? You had Mahmood, you had Angelina Mango, you had Annalisa, you had Gali, you had basically everybody that everyone loved. And this year, like it feels like there's a bit of a slower approach to the contest that. It's the festival is both faster in time and then scheduled timetable and everything, but at the same time is a bit slower in the matter of songs. But overall, I enjoyed it. But it was a bit harder to sell the idea of watching Sanremo to my like European friends. So that was maybe a bad aspect of it.
Yeah, although speaking about the share, I think we had like 12 million people watching last night, right? I mean, that's still a lot, so it's still very
Hmm.
huge.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, for me, it was like, I think it was like when during the first hour, I was like, are we in Eurovision? Like the rhythm was like packed. It was really one after the other. I was not ready for this. I was not even ready for actually, because since in Eurovision you already know the songs, you already quite know the stagings, everything pretty much is already known. In Sanremo, you have that shock factor about the song that you don't even know the song. So I didn't have even have time to actually process the songs sometimes.
Hmm.
Sometimes, of course, there
Yeah.
was the really first block before Giovanotti that was like really packed, really fast. I didn't even have the time to acknowledge and just bring in the songs. But yeah, actually, after I listened, because this morning we had, of course, the studio versions, the videos. I have to say, yesterday night I wanted just to stop, like to just shut out my TV at like 11, because I was really like, what is this shit? But
Yeah.
later, of course, it's always like this with Sanremo. This year more than other years. Um, this morning I listened to the songs, the majority of them, and I said, okay, there are 29 songs. I like 5, 6, 7. Maybe last year I liked 10, 11, but I would not say it's a bad year. It's just a different vision, artistic vision, and it is a little bit more Sanremo old style. But let's
Yeah.
remember that the renaissance of Sanremo, we had it with Carlo Conti in 2016, 2017. So if he, I think at this time he went a little bit more conservative. I don't know about next year because he's gonna be there also next year. Maybe we'll experiment more. Who knows? But it's not a bad year in general. There are some good songs. There are more ballads. There are also some bops. The fact is that last year we were quite sure that the winner was going to be a tempo. This year we don't know. I mean, maybe we know. Uh, but I think it's not a bad year in general, song wise. Competition wise, maybe. Competition wise, it's always like this when there is one standout. For example, when last year, for example, we didn't know who's gonna win. Of course, there was the Geolier question point, but also, for example, in 2022, 2023, we knew who was going to win. In 2021, there was the shock factor about Maneskin, so we didn't know who was going to win. This year is like 50-50. Maybe it will be a year in which the favorite from night one will win. Maybe there will be something else happening on the stage. This one is something that I really don't know and I'm scared of with Eurovision kind of view. With Sanremo view, I would say that is a perfectly fine year. With a Eurovision, like a national final vision, is more like I am preoccupied about our placement in Eurovision, of course.
Mhm.
But yeah, quality, I mean, it's fine. We are, I think that Euro fans, most of all, and Italian fans are really tragic, because we were used
Yeah.
to Amadeus, we were used to a different style of Sanremo, we were used to a different style of song. Of course, also the Italian music scene. I mean, I think it is at that top point in which we are a little bit of a, you know, stop point in which we did a lot of last year 2 years ago were really beautiful and good for Italian music scene. This year is a little bit of a, you know just a
Yeah, average,
stop
just
point,
average.
average point. Yeah. So let's go and jump to the comments, and then I will tell you one thing that I saw. It's a news, apparently really good for me because I like the song. Because the running order, but also the scaletta, so the running order plus all the things that will happen tonight is already out. So we already know pretty much what is going to happen. Esk Manga says ciao from Turkey. Ciao. Neil here, Simona, Georgian, or Fedez, 3 horse race. Yeah, we're
Fedez
going
would
to.
be interesting for sure.
Lajot 92. Actually, the share yesterday was 65.3, even more than last year. Yes, with 12 million people watching. Quality was fine, no bad song, but impact was missing. Yeah, that is something
I
that I
agree with
want.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Achille Lauro, the best, arguably. I don't know. Have you seen Glam back with Lucio Corsi? I don't know what you're referring to. But if you want to explain, we will try to talk about it. I think
There is no clear winner.
there is no clear winner.
I agree. I
Okay,
agree.
let's hope. Let's hope. I missed a tuta gol cenere dove si balla Genesi del tuo colore, a real hit. Well, for me there was. We will see. I think there is no certain winner at all. This year the battle is between Georgia and Simone. Yeah, I agree. I kind of agree. But yeah, let's go. There are a lot of comments, but first of all, let's go with pretty much what happened last night, the highlights of the night. For me, of course, we had a lot of anticipation for Simone, for Georgia, for Ollie. That of course really hyped those songs. I have to say that Simone Cristichi's song that was really hyped by the press. For me, it was a big letdown. Of course, the lyrics are beautiful. I mean, he's a poet. He always did it in Sanremo, also in 2019. Beautiful song with beautiful lyrics. but the melody, first of all, of the song, mm, and the singing were not on point. I think that the song is too slow. I think that the song is a beautiful ballad, but even with ballad, we need that moment in which we feel that is a crescendo. Of course, Simone's, in my opinion, will reach to a lot of people because of the lyrics, because of how he performs. But for me, I am really tired of this kind of songs. I have to be true. I like these songs, but it's always the same thing since the 1980s, since the 1990s. It's enough. I mean, we already saw this kind of songs already. So for me, it will not be good for Basel, of course, for me at least, and it will be also a letdown for Sanremo. I think these last 5 years has shown innovation rather than sticking to
Yeah.
tradition. Okay, of course we stuck with tradition with Marco Mengoni, but it was a beautiful ballad, well crafted, with deep lyrics but also really good melody. For me, a song is 50% lyrics and 50% song, like the melody of the song, the instrumental of the songs. And Simone lacks the instrumental for me and the singing, so it's just lyrics for me, it's just poetry. But
Yeah.
with I read some comments about from journalists that says, yeah, Simone is, some journalists, not some others, because like 80% of the journalists are in adoration with him, like he's a god. Some of the journalists said, for me, Simone is better to read it rather than hear it and listen to it.
Yes.
No? But yeah, this is my opinion on the well favorite from the press that won the press jury yesterday night. What do you think, guys?
I'm not sure. I mean, for me personally, it's a little bit forgettable, the song. I mean, I like Simone, and he's working really well with emotions also on stage. And maybe it's also a bit about his image. I mean, he's also quite famous. People love him. So that's already a good thing. I think his song is very sweet as well. And I really like the build up. It had a really nice build up to the chorus, really nice atmosphere. But overall, I think this song is a little bit too forgettable, especially for like international audience. So I really hope if he's winning that there's going to be a revamp.
I have to agree with something that Samuel has said, especially like a song needs to be both like melody and lyrics. I feel like you can have like a song that has really gut wrenching lyrics and like really deep and heavy themes and topics around it. Like, for example, we had Portugal 2017, right? We had Amad Pelos d'Or, which was this beautifully like slow ballad that was really presented well and actually had kind of a melody behind it. I don't feel the same way about Simone Cristicchi's song, for example, where yes, the topic is really heavy. Like I kind of teared up as well when listening to it, but at the same time, how can you sell this song to an international audience, right? It's a song that doesn't really have any. It has a melody behind it, but it's not really crafted well, and I just feel like it caters to only a really niche and specific group of people that is not really presentable to a wider audience. So in my opinion, a song can have like the most beautiful lyrics ever, but if you can't really present it well through melody and music, it's just a poem in the end.
I mean, yeah, I just agree with that.
Mm.
I don't see any potential musically wise, like like from the melody. I don't see that wow factor that maybe you can have with the lyrics. You know what I mean? But let's go to the comments. I think. Do we know if all artists will do Eurovision? We don't know. Maybe I think Simone
Mm.
didn't even say any word about Eurovision.
He said
I
he
think
wants
that
to win Sanremo, but
he said
nothing
he wants
about
to win
Eurovision.
Sanremo. I mean, fine. I think is I don't know even know. I don't even know if he wants to do Eurovision, honestly. But pretty much everybody would like to do it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. The battle will be between Georgia and Simone, and Ollie will go to Eurovision. That's a great take. If both Georgia and Simone that comes top two, hopefully they refuse to go to Eurovision. To Eurovision. Simone may be the best card for Italy when it comes to Eurovision. Actually, his image and persona and the emotions may work with the locals. I mean, if it's a Metamoro like 2018 card, but even in that case, there was a melody, there was a bridge with really Ermal that could sing really really good.
Yeah, 'cause Simone
I don't.
just feels like a bit of too much spoken word, I think.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just spoken. It's just
Yeah.
actually like
yeah,
a speech with some music behind. That's my problem
exactly.
with it.
Mm.
I don't have any problem in listening to it, but when I think about it as a song that it may go to Eurovision and represent a country in front of millions of people, I don't see it competitive. That's it. Of course, of course, Sanremo is not a national final on that end. So we have to also take into consideration that. I think Ali is the only one among the favorites that to win that could do well in Eurovision. I arguably say that I think Georgia is also a good contender.
I think there are a few, but I would love to see Ollie. I mean, that was really emotional last night.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, if Italians will think pragmatically, they will choose color. So please, you never watched Sanremo before, I think, because it's very Eurovision friendly. But of course, vote comes from the heart, not pragmatism. Yeah, but I mean, mm, I don't think Italians will never vote something like the Color song. It's a fun song that we will listen to from during all summer, but it's not for winning Sanremo, of course. Uh, No, only one go. Sorry, his song is not a winner song. Yeah, I mean, I don't think no songs this year could win Eurovision apart from one that is my favorite that could work in Eurovision, but I don't think that we have a winning song this year.
No.
But yeah, guys, our favorites. Let's just go with our
Okay.
favorites. Yeah, no.
I mean, I have a few favorites actually. One of them is the very first, the opener of yesterday. I love Gaia. Like personally, she's one of my favorite artists. I already love Cuore a lot, and also this song. It's a bit more up tempo. I really liked it. I also love the Brazilian, I would say, elements because I think she's half Brazilian. So you could a little bit
Yeah.
tell by the melody. Really like that. Was really different. And it's stuck in your head. So it's not a song you forget very easily. And I think she also has a really beautiful voice. So she definitely stood out a little bit, even though she performed first. So it's a bit hard to remember with all the songs, but I definitely remembered her in the end. And I think there's a lot of potential for her for sure.
Okay. I have a few favorites as well. So I have to say I'm not really a ballady guy. Uh, I like a ballad when it's like really executed well, like when it actually manages to like hit you and you understand what's happening, even like if it's another language. So overall, I only felt that way about two ballads this night, about Georgia's in some way or form, and of Noemi's ballad. Those two ballads were the ones that kind of managed to like awaken something in me. Apart from that more upbeat ones, my absolute favorite was probably Cose with
Oh,
Cuoricini, the little heart
love
song.
that. Yes.
That was amazing. I was a big fan of them even before Sanremo, so it kind of makes sense for me to like them again. But I think they really like followed with that style of music that they were going through right now. So I'm glad for that. Apart from that, I enjoyed Willy Peyote, which is this like really skillful rapper with like catchy beats and great lyrical content, actually, if you look into it. So I really enjoyed that as well. And in the end, I would have to say, if I have to choose another favorite, it has to be Elodie. I don't get why the press dragged Elodie so much. Like the press made Elodie sound like the worst song ever, like the most annoying performance of the night. But nope, I thought it was pretty gay. She like went to the same school as Annalisa for pop perfection. It's like she's great. I think she would do great at Eurovision as well. But for some reason, the press is just giving her dust.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. I mean, Elodie is my one of my favorite Italian singers of these years. I mean, I was not expecting the public or the press to like her because they never do. but this song I think is the best one that she brought to Sanremo, apart from Andromeda.
I
Uh,
agree. I
but
agree.
this one is like, I don't know. I felt like during the pre-chorus when the violins enter. I don't know. I always bring that fucking meme of SpongeBob with the earphones going to heaven. But is that how I felt? Like, I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, also um the chorus that is actually a beat, a really simple beat. It's extremely elegant. I saw an elegant Elodie. I saw an adult Elodie rather than a pop diva. Like this one was a diva, an Italian diva. Like I saw something that Ornella Vanoni could do with Giorgio Moroder songs. Giorgio Moroder melody under. I don't know what if my Italians will understand. Also, Jan, I think she understands. Um, but yeah, and I have a really big news. Tonight, Elodie will sing second, so that spot for her. But she will bring 6 dancers.
Ooh, that's a great change, I think.
So good, really good for me. Not
Yeah.
for the television. It will never.
But also, I
You will
don't
never.
think it's a dead spot. Like usually in Italy, for Sanremo especially, if you're like earlier, it's better because
Yeah,
people are more
earlier,
like
not
awake.
really early. I mean, I think that if we have 15 people like around 7, 8 is
That
okay.
would be,
In
yeah, the
fact,
perfect
they
spot.
put fucking Simone Cristic at
Yeah,
8.
Christique is like 8.
8. Georgia is 12, but it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if the dancers elevate the song, I'm all here for it. She doesn't to do anything. Like she needs to stand there and sing her song like a diva, while other people do whatever they do. But this would function really good in Eurovision, and maybe nobody will resonate with what I'm saying right now, but in the chorus and in some parts of the pre-chorus, I felt something that I felt only when I heard "Tattoo" by Loreen. I don't know. It was
I think some strings were quite
like the
similar.
strings,
Yeah, there are some strings in
the
there.
metallic uh, sound
Mm.
that is all through the song. It made me feel something like that. Of course, it's not the same song. It's completely different. It's completely different vibe. But I felt something like this, and I think this would resonate a lot in Eurovision. But of course, Italy will never pick her because we know. First of all, it's a woman. Second of all, it's Elodie, not liked by the press, not liked by many people. She will do a great Sanremo, I think, because she's here most of all for promoting her tour that in the big stadiums, and this song is a great song. I think is one of the best songs that she presented. I can see why people are actually talking about a Sinceramente 2.0 because it's like
That's what
big
I'm doing.
majestic
Mm.
what.
That's what I'm doing. I really thought, oh, is this Sinceramente? I mean, it's obviously not the same song, but you can see some parts are maybe a
Yeah,
bit
okay.
similar. So I really had to think about that. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really great song. And Sinceramente was my winner last year, so I don't have anything to say. But let's go with another really big contender for tonight. For tonight, in general, for this year's Sanremo, that is Georgia. Okay, Andrea already talked about her. I think that Georgia has that factor that Mengoni had in 2023. Honestly, uh, good song, even not the best by Georgia. I think really beautiful ballad, sung perfectly. I would say, like I didn't hear one thing wrong yesterday night. And also, I have to say that this morning when I was listening to it in my car, I got emotional. So I resonate a lot with lyrics and the melody of the song. The video clip is really beautiful. So I would not be mad if Georgia won because Georgia has a great song, produced really well, wrote by Blanco, produced by Michelangelo. It's a complete pack, I would say. If we send a ballad, something that we will send, I think, I'm not mad about it because Georgia has that plus factor with the live. I mean, I when I was watching the live, I said, okay, this is the one. Then I listened to the studio version. I said, okay, it's a beautiful song. You know what I mean? The difference was there. But when I saw the live, I was like, wow, completely wowed. And I have to say also another thing that popped into my mind right now is that this year I don't know why, but the orchestra is letting me down. I mean, when I went to listen to some of the songs, most of all the up tempo songs in the studio, they were miles better than with the orchestra. Like Elodie, like some of Gaia's part were better with in the studio. Rose Villain was completely massacred by the orchestra this year. A really beautiful song. So I think that the when you have a lot of ballads, and the orchestra knows how to, to arrange a ballad with the orchestra is always better than to arrange a up tempo with the orchestra. So also that when you have a lot of ballads that resonate with the orchestra with classical instruments, you will be the ballads will catch your attention more than some songs that maybe are better in the studio version because they're up tempo. I don't know if you can get what I'm going for. I don't know if you agree, but that was also another of my opinions about the night.
Yeah, I didn't think really about it, but I think you're right. Like I'm just thinking about the studio versions I listened today too, and I
Yeah.
kind of agree with that. I didn't really hear the orchestra really like making any song better in any sense. It was
Mhm.
just
Mm.
there. But I don't know, maybe I'm not a
Yeah, no,
musical
I
expert,
definitely
so I
see
don't
where
know.
you're
But
coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. Neil Hera says Georgia is safest, probably. Yes, I think it's the safest. Like, I mean, if we want to go, there is no doubt, I think, that if we send this to Eurovision, we would miss a top 10. I mean, honestly speaking,
I mean,
it's a
because
she's
jury top 10. It's
it's
a
a
jury
jury
top
top
5.
yeah,
10,
yeah.
also a
She's
jury
just
top
so
5.
classy and has a great voice, so she would do well. Yeah.
She would do well with the juries for sure. And I think in the last years, Italy is has found the a safe space with a jury rather than with a televote. And I think that this year also is that case. No songs will resonate really well with the public, so we need to go with a really good song that could be liked by the jury. And in this case, when we think about the jury, just George's song, or maybe Ollie, that would be in the middle, like for both juries and for the televote. I think that Ollie would be also a great choice, honestly.
Mm.
Another really safe choice, I would think, because it's a ballad, yes, but it has that edginess that Ollie brings,
Yeah.
really
And
fresh.
it's super emotional as well.
I mean, Ollie. The fact is that Ollie uses a lot of autotune, and I don't know how he truly sings live. I mean, I know how he sings live. I know he can sing, but the fact that hearing him without completely without autotune, I don't know what can I expect. So I really don't know. Um, but yeah, what do you think, Andrea, about Ollie?
Yeah, I just feel like it's the same formula that he has always done, like in every song that actually kind of made him big in the country, you could say, which is a good thing, like one staying true to their own style of music, of songs. That's pretty all right. I liked it. It was not my favorite of the night. I felt like in some parts he was maybe overacting it, but I kind of enjoyed the song. I would be totally fine with it winning if we really have to choose a ballad. um, so yeah, was kind of a 7 out of 10 for me. Like that sort of range of scoring
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
same.
yes,
Yeah.
it will be a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad. Like I know Oli has a lot of fans, right? And the
Hmm.
fans love this type of music, and that's great for them. I think that's quite a big portion of actual Italian audience. Like people who like these really sort of edgy ballads that have the really powerful choruses and everything. And I feel like Ollie would be a great artist. He's also really young, so that would make for a great experience for him to like grow
Yeah, I
as an
mean, it would
artist.
be, and Ollie has the same management of Marco Mengoni, Angelina, and Maneskin when participated in Eurovision, La Tarma Records, and they know how to do well in Eurovision.
I think Achille Lauro also has it, if I'm not wrong.
No,
I
no,
think.
Achille is with Universal or Warner.
But
I
Achille
think,
was a surprise last night as well. I think we should talk about him as well. I mean, he
yeah,
got into
yeah.
the top
The
5.
only I was just wanted to mention that the only other artist that La Tarma has this year is Francesca Michielin. Francesca Michielin and Ollie is this year. Ollie has a very pleasant song. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful song. I will be glad if you want everything but Kristiki for me. If I have to be honest. um, so let's talk about two. One is a really big favorite, that is of course Achille Lauro, and the other one I think is a little bit of an underdog. That would be Fedez for me. So let's start with Fedez because I have to say that I was not expecting anything from him because the press dragged him down a lot.
Same.
Instead, I have to say that the song is quite catchy, quite dark, with a really good lyrics about depression.
Mm.
Um, and I mean, I would not be mad if this went to Eurovision because it's really fresh. It reminded me of a bit of a Fedez when he exploded like an artist, not when he became famous. I think it's really good, like a really good production. He sung or rapped really good yesterday, like in a really professional way. It was really professional. Of course, Fedez is criticized because of his private life, with the fact with his ex-wife, everything that is circulating right now. But I mean, who are we to actually, um, judge on the private life of a singer that we are here, of course, to judge for the song and for the performance. I think that completely distancing myself from the artist that usually I don't like, uh, I think that the song was very, very strong and could do well in Eurovision. I'm not saying winning, I'm not saying top 5, maybe lower top 10, who knows. I think that this is a really good song if staged well, and I think that Fedez has a great team behind him that can do something like this in Eurovision.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Fedez personally, but that
Mhm.
song really surprised me because usually he's also going for a bit more up tempo or even a bit of rap. Like his other songs are a bit different, and this song was more like, well, not really. It was a ballad, but like really powerful, really emotional. It had a really nice chorus as well. I really liked it. I was really surprised. I was just really confused about his contact lenses, why he was wearing like black lenses. But the song itself was really nice. It could do well at Eurovision if staged really well. Maybe a little revamp, but yeah, could do well.
I think the black lens is because there because in the lyrics he says something like
I have
glass shards
glass
in
in
my
my
eyes,
eyes.
Yeah.
something
He
like that.
references a lot to
Yeah.
Fedez. Will probably have the strongest Spotify debut based on Apple Music data, followed by Ollie. I think yeah, like Fedez is really close to Kristiki in YouTube, like with
Mhm.
the views.
Yeah.
I think that he may be a contender for winning the televote, actually, because he has a really huge, fandom in general, but also because the song is appealing to a lot of youngsters, pretty much, that were, for example, a little bit let down by Tony Effe, for example, because there was a really, really, really big rumor about Tony Effe, like having this like song kind of ballad, but Tony Eiffel let down a lot of people yesterday night, and also because a lot of people were not vibing with Achille tonight. Yesterday night, they were saying, "Oh, why Achille didn't bring Amore Disperato?" It was an actually like he would have won. He would have
Yeah.
won for me 100% with Amore Disperato. I would have voted for him 100%. But with this, it's really a letdown for me. It's like a little bit what happened uh, with uh, um, Rose Villain, that brought something really similar to Click Boom last year. But last year we had a wow factor, and this year was like a little bit of a cheap copy, I would say.
I have to
Uh,
say, I was really surprised about the staging. I think that was really smart to have like a spotlight always shining on him, so you could really focus on him. It's really, yeah, more intense, more emotional. So that worked really well, I think.
Achille, you mean?
Yes.
Mhm. What do
Uh,
you think, Andrea, about Achille?
uh, I get what he was going for. I remember saying in a live we had before that he was sort of like the Tananai of this year, like this rap artist bringing a more ballady type of song in Sanremo and actually doing good. I think he's gonna do good. Uh, I I struggle to catch a melody in Achille Lauro's song. Like I don't really remember how it goes. Um, but I remember kind of enjoying it. It was fine. It was not the usual Aquila I'm used to, but that usually happens in Sanremo. Artists completely changing up their style and bringing a ballad instead.
Like
About
fucking Irama,
Fedez,
but I would like to kill
yeah,
him.
yeah, Irama is like the prime example of that. He goes every time with a ballad, and then he has some bangers in his discography, but it's fine. Fedez also was pretty nice. We were talking about him before. I was expecting nothing, like absolutely nothing out of him, and he gave me something like woke me up in the middle of the night when I was kind of falling asleep because of Sanremo. So I really enjoyed that. Great lyrical content. He was nice. He was nice.
Yeah. So Yana has some problems with her
Mhm.
internet connection. Let's see. Comment Clara's song Febbre. I think it was a bop.
Okay, yeah, it was
She
it was
was
Bob.
she was stunning yesterday night. I mean, that mm, the dress was really beautiful. She's the most beautiful person, one of the most beautiful person I've ever saw in my life. The song is nice. I mean, it's less competitive than I think Diamanti
Dimenticarsi.
Grezzi.
Yeah.
I think she would have made better with Jan is back. Yeah, you're back. I think that she would have been better, for example, with Nero Gotico. That was the song that she, I think, published this summer, if I'm not
Yeah, it was
mistaken.
around summer. Yeah.
Mm-mm. So yeah, I mean, it was a good song, a good pop song, but not for winning, not even for coming top 10. I think she will be low like last year.
I felt like she had great ideas with the song though. Like you never expect anything out of Clara, yet she delivers something at least. So I kind of enjoyed it during the night. Not my one of my favorites, but it was good. It was high quality, I have to say. The camera angles were great. Had some really nice like shots. But yeah, I wouldn't expect much out of Clara this Sanremo, but I think it's a nice growth for her over the years.
I have to say, I really loved her. First of all, she's so beautiful and she definitely knows how to perform, where to look at the camera. She
Yeah.
got a good voice as well. And I really liked it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So let's talk about Irama. Irama, in Italy, we have a saying uh, that we say that the pasta that you eat again in the microwave is not as good as the first time you eat it. So Irama participated 5, 6 times. I don't remember even. And in the last 3 editions he participated, he brought the same exact song. And this time even worse with autotune. I mean, why you cannot bring something like La Genesi del tuo colore that you could not perform in 2021 and you would have won it with it if you would have be there in the theater performing it. Like you are doing so many bops, so many good up tempo music with brilliant lyrics outside of Sanremo, and you bring this kind of music in Sanremo just because you think a ballad could save you. I mean, if you want to bring a ballad, bring Galassie. Like Galassie is an up tempo, I mean a mid tempo. If you want to bring something different, bring something like that. Galassie is an incredible, beautiful song. But this, I wanted just to, I don't know. I just wanted to change channel during Irama song because I know what he can do. Why he needs to bring always the same thing with even like, bro, I don't know.
Like
I won't.
one idea that I have is that maybe he thinks he can't perform more upbeat songs. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Irama, but like when he kind of knows how to perform a ballad, maybe he doesn't really know how to perform an upbeat song. Maybe that's sort of why he doesn't do that. But I don't know. at this point.
I don't know. I'm just really, really mad that all the time we are expecting something different from him, and he brings the same thing. You know.
But it works for those who like Irama, like
Of
people
course,
who like
but from his
Irama
fandom,
really like Irama. Yeah.
who?
The people who like Irama
Yeah.
really like Irama,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Il Rama song is so basic. La genesi del tuo colore and ovunque sarai where my face. La genesi del mio colore, del tuo
Yeah.
colore, for me is like one of the best Sanremo songs in the last 10 years.
Mm.
I mean, amazing production, amazing
Yeah,
music
those two were
video, amazing
amazing.
everything.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing.
He
Mahmoud
just
brought
played too
something
safe
different
this
every
time.
time, and he worked each time. I mean, if one between Mahmoud, Angelina, or Annalisa would be in this year, they would have won the televote, the press, and the
Yeah.
radio.
Yes.
Oh,
Everything.
Yes.
If only Mahmoud or Annalisa waited 1 year, we would have been
Yeah.
we would have the Eurovision winner right here, right now with us.
I have to
But
point out
sadly,
someone else though of last night, and that is Serena. She was amazing.
Yes.
She's a dark
Yes.
horse. People are not
yes.
really thinking about her, but that was a bob. It gave me summer vibes. I hope this is going to be one of the summer hits in Italy this year. Great beat. I really like the speaking part as well. So that definitely stood out for me.
Yeah.
I love that she like kept true to herself. Like I
Yes.
got to know Serena beforehand, like personally, and she's like the sweetest person, like actually like most caring, like funniest person I've ever met. She like stayed true to herself, like she brought those southern Italian vibes with her. She had like this really like shining costume with her, and like those Latin sort of salsa beats almost in her
Yes.
song as well. She even sang in her own dialect. Like I fully enjoyed Serena
Loved it.
last
Yeah.
night.
I mean, yeah, I loved it. Like it was a little bit like it was really late, so I needed something fresh, something pop, something kitsch, something like that, something like a southern party. When you are invited to a wedding and finally
Yeah.
somebody sings a really
Mhm.
beautiful pop song with traditional elements. Like it
Yeah.
reminded me a little bit of Angelina. In
Hmm.
a not well, the songs were completely different. This one I think is more a traditional southern
Yes.
pop
Mhm.
song than
Exactly.
Angelina. But yeah, it was one of the highlights of the night, surely. She doesn't, unfortunately, she doesn't have the fandom that can support her. I mean, if she had the fandom, she would be in higher, but she doesn't have. She's a really well established artist, but she's emerging right now. So I don't know. I really like her. I really like her energy. I really like that she used the pad. Um,
Mm.
I like pretty much everything about their performance. It was really fresh.
Yeah.
Between all of those really filler ballads, because some of them were filler ballads, like the Moda, like I don't know, Lucio
Oh my
Corsi, like
god.
please,
Okay,
please.
Lucio Corsi, out of all the like the three singer songwriters, are was maybe the one I liked the most. Like if you have to
No, no.
take Brunori,
If I have to take
Cristicchi, and
somebody, it's
Lucio,
Brunori Sas. It's
yeah,
Brunori.
yeah. Between the
It's
three, Lucio Corsi was my favorite. He also like had this like cool image with himself and with a white face, and like
no,
I
The
but
kind
outfit
of
from
like
was
you,
that.
cool for sure. The song itself, I don't know, a bit
the
forgettable for
song
me
is just
personally.
like the song I heard that exact song 325 times. Exact
Yeah.
same
Fair
song.
enough, honestly. Fair enough.
Basta. I cannot anymore. I cannot.
Who I really liked though was Francesco Gabbani. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Eros Ramazzotti, and I love him. It really gives me
Oh,
chills. It was so beautiful.
I like that comparison actually. Yeah,
Amore,
I
Yeah.
can really
please.
see it. Hmm.
This time, Francesco, for me, it is, I have to say, that is a wasted participation. This time
No.
for Francesco. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoyed
Wasted,
it. It was
completely
alright.
wasted participation because vice versa had a grip. You could remember because you sung like I remember that the morning after 2020 was vice versa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
2020 was. I remember that I was like singing in my head, na, 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 vice versa. This one, Viva la Vita. I think it's really bland. Also with a childish lyrics, almost childish lyrics. Like, can we please have the Francesco of Pachidermi e Pappagalli or Occidentali Scarma? Can we have that Francesco back? I mean, almost 8 years passed, but he has it in him. Like, I know that he has it. Why can we always have this kind of ballads right now? Basta. Bring us something, girl. Like, you know how to perform
I
a
don't
really good.
know. I thought it was really beautiful.
It
I like
was.
how
I'm not.
diverse he is. I mean, he
I'm not
can
It,
sing
saying
it
pop,
gave
he can
it was
me.
not
ballads.
beautiful. I'm not saying it was not beautiful. I'm saying that it's a wasted participation because we already had Viceversa that was miles better, and we could have done something new. That's it. We had Amen, like he won with Amen, the Sanremo Giovani. We remember that song. It was a, a bomb. We had Occidentalis Karma. Please, basta with these ballads. That you go to Sanremo, you do your Sanremo, you take some million streams on Spotify, and that's it. You disappear for other 5 years.
A lot of
At
artists
least
do
give
that.
us something new.
Yeah.
Give a new Magellano. Magellano is album. Give a new Magellano that I streamed that album in 2018. I don't know. I never listened to an album more than Magellano. I was obsessed with Francesco Gabbani, completely obsessed. Right now, he's like another singer songwriter.
It gave
Basta.
me a bit of Coldplay vibes. The song he had last night, kind of. It was more
Yeah,
of
I can
a
see
ballady version of Coldplay. Yeah,
that. Mm.
I thought it was all right.
I don't know what you guys think about Marcella, but 72, he looks stunning. Loredana should get an address.
Oh,
Allora, we have a last place, I think, here. I have
Do
to
you
be.
think Marcella's gonna be last place?
I actually
Yeah.
forgot about her.
I think she was gonna be last, but yeah,
Mm,
I'm sorry
could
from
be.
her.
I don't know.
And she is kind of a fascist, so
Oh,
I
I
really
didn't know
would
that.
like to, yeah, I heard some of the
Let's move on.
comments,
Yeah.
so let's
Yeah.
just pass from her.
Well,
I'd be proud if Joan Thiele represented it. I mean, the song is beautiful. I
I
have to
like that.
say
Yeah.
Her voice is
it
really
was
soft. I like that.
really soft glam.
Yeah.
It was convincing. Nothing special though. I have to
Yeah.
say, great voice, absolutely great voice. But I knew
James
her from
Bond
before.
vibes. Yeah.
Hmm.
She So I would like to completely eliminate this comment from the face of Earth. Italy needs to create its own national selection and remote this link with Sanremo because depending of the year, not always the winning song is suitable for ask. Okay, yes, but Italy is in top 10 every single year because of Sanremo. Can we be? Can we argue about that because of the
Yeah, I think
quality?
what Sanremo does is that it offers Italy a song that usually people love to be represented by, Like
Yes.
I love being represented by Angelina. I love being represented by Måneskin. The Sanremo, since it's a festival, like it's on multiple days, it's more of an experience, that people get to know these songs, get to live this song, get to like grow together with the artist, and in the end, you're proud to have a certain song as the winner of Sanremo and the song that represents you at Eurovision. So I think Sanremo is like a perfect way to select a song for Eurovision.
I think that no other country has something like this. I mean, in Albania would like Melody Festivalen reached like the icon way of being the national selection, but it's still a national selection, you know. Sanremo was born and was developed in its own way. It has its own thing. So, and it's true. Sanremo winners, winning songs from our debut in 2000, like our comeback in 2011. No, from Francesco, 2017. We never left the top seven. So, I mean, I would never scrap Sanremo for any other thing. The problem in Sanremo that we have too much power. We give too much power to one single person, that is the artistic director. And sometimes the
Yeah.
artistic director is not really well up to the standards and the time of the discography.
Mm. Yeah.
Amadeus knew what he was doing. Carlo Conti, I think he was like, okay, I'm gonna do my festival as I want it, without thinking, oh, but this will do well in streams. This will do well in radios. This will come eventually because Amadeus did a great job. And right now, for example, Sanremo reached that level of iconicity that everybody watches it. But before, for example, before Carlo Conti, the songs did not even enter in the top 10 of the streams, of the platforms, of the radios. We didn't care. Sanremo was renewed by him because at that time we needed something like him. But for 2025, I just think that next year he should try to do something more, to give us something more, you know?
This Sanremo felt a bit antique, maybe like
Yeah,
a bit
exactly. This time it felt a little bit
out of its
empty.
times.
Of course, we have still 4 nights.
Yeah.
Of course, I will change opinion 300 times. I am already know.
I
I
mean,
already
where
know
were,
which.
if I remember correctly, Måneskin were like 21st or something, like after the third night. I don't remember where they were
But
like
this problem, the problem is that with Måneskin
really.
was a really open year. We had who was the clear winner from
The
night one?
the odds favorite was there were Annalisa with 10, Willy Peyote with Mai Dire Mai. Was that
Really
But
year
strong
the
year. Yeah.
winner, I don't remember. Was Ultimo?
the winner
No,
of the press? I don't
that like
remember.
the odds.
No, the odds had Willy Peyote first.
Oh, really? Don't remember.
Yeah,
But the time is that there was not a clear winner.
yeah.
But I think this year either there are like multiple artists that
I
could
think
be
that
the winner.
this year there is a kind of a clear winner. I don't know what Andre thinks, but I think that there is a kind of a clear winner.
Okay, I don't want to admit it, but it feels like Simone Cristic is winning. It just feels like it.
No.
You know, it I can smell it in the air. You know, it feels like it. But I don't know.
Let's see. Let's wait and see.
I
We have
just
4 more
think
days.
that the best song should win, musically and lyrically speaking, and the best song for me is Georgia. So I will vote for her. I will support her. If she doesn't win, that's okay. If she wins, better. Because I think that both for Sanremo and Eurovision, she's a complete package. That's it. For me, Kristiki is not a complete package, neither for Sanremo nor for Eurovision. That is my idea.
What are some of you guys as like underdogs that think could win, but only if like the planets align?
Fedez.
Fedez? Okay.
Yes.
What about
I
you,
mean,
If he
Joan?
completely obliterates the televote, like if he manages
Mm.
to beat Kristiki in the televote, yes. But
Okay.
the problem is that the Sala Stampa, if he reaches the top 5, Fedez will be 5th for sure. The only thing that we have is that Kristiki arrives first with the Sala Stampa, and somehow the radio and the televote mixes things up, and Georgia comes first, or Ollie comes first with the biggest fandom, you know. But the problem is that Kristiki, for now, I see him topping at least the Sala Stampa and the televote, and the televote is king this year because they have more power. Televote has more power this year than last.
so I think for me it's Gaia. I already talked about her, but also Francesca. She came second last yesterday in the running order. We didn't talk about her, I think, yet. And
No.
she was so good as well. Like, I know another ballad, yes, but that was a really beautiful ballad. I think really strong chorus as well. She's presenting it really well. I mean, we know her. She's very experienced, got a great voice. She's an underdog as well, I think, and she also has popularity. So why not?
Exactly, yeah.
Sometimes people define Francesca as the Italian Taylor Swift. Sometimes, and I think that's kind of correct. I
I
heard.
really
mean, I
like
can
her.
see it.
Like
I like her.
she the fact that she composes pretty much all of her songs. She's a
Exactly.
like she knows how to play 3,000 instruments. She's really well. Like she has what 15 years of career already.
Yeah,
Like
really long
she
career.
won X Factor 2011. She was the second, or no, second, no. What am I
Yeah, she's
saying?
very experienced for sure.
She's really well experienced, and she won X Factor at 16. Right now, she's what 26, 27, and we already think of her as an old artist. I
Yeah.
mean, an established artist.
She has done a lot.
Yes.
I mean, there are some songs from Francesca Michielin that are in my heart. completely my art.
Mhm.
Like Cuore in Due, like andare dal mare, non lo so, immaginare. I don't remember the name of the song. Uh, but a lot of songs are
Even
really
her
good.
Eurovision entry was so beautiful, and now she's already used to Eurovision. So in case she should win, I think she would also accept Eurovision, and she
Of
knows about
course,
the
yeah,
pressure and everything
yeah.
already.
But I
So
think nobody will say no to Eurovision. That's why I am scared of a Kristi Kiwin, because he
do you
will
think
say
she would
yes.
go? I don't know.
So I don't think, like, I mean, if there is somebody that would say no to Eurovision, it's probably Simone Cristicchi. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't
Why
know.
would he? You know?
Mm.
Go to Eurovision?
Mm. Yeah, like no. Why would he say no?
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. That is
We'll
what
find
my.
out. Yeah,
Doesn't doesn't have anything to lose.
but
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, va bene. Ah, Vulcano, yes, Vulcano. Beautiful song
Mm.
by Vulcano, 25 febbraio, Un cuore in due. Yeah, Un cuore in due is one of my favorite songs. Georgia will be third or fourth with televote.
Might
So
be.
we need to struggle with the radios. Right now, Georgia is first with the in-ear, so radio in-ear in Italy. So is the first song circulating in the radios. She's first in Amazon Music. She's first in iTunes, and she's first in Apple Music as well.
That's a good
Mm.
sign.
Yeah, we should see also. We should also see Spotify, but Spotify will the tops will be tomorrow, I think, because the songs were released this night at 1:30 in Italy. So I think that Spotify will, like, the
Well,
streams will
update. Yeah.
be updated tomorrow. I'm not
Mm.
sure. Uh,
I think like some of my underdogs, I could be like Willie Peyote, which I was saying before. I think she was like in the press like rankings before the show, which were kind of similar to what we saw with the press rankings
they
during
were the
the show.
same. They
Yeah,
were
they
the
were the
same.
same. And Willie Peyote was like seventh, I think, or seventh to ninth in the press rankings. And he also has like a kind of a catchy melody, smart lyrics. I think he could like snatch a fifth place if he like really gets into it, like a bit
Mm.
like how Gali did last year, if you remember. He was like
Yeah.
really underrated from the beginning, and then he came fifth and was in the super final. And I actually really enjoyed that. So I think he could do something like that. Apart from that, underdogs, I agree with Fedez. Maybe if all the planets align, Cose can actually do something.
I
But
would love that. I love
I would
them.
love it. Yeah,
I would
I
love
would
it
love
as
it.
well. Like Cuoricini is so catchy, so fun.
Yeah,
They're
it's really
great as well.
catchy. I
Yeah,
mean,
gives me 80s vibes.
if they brought Malavita, top 10
They would
ashore.
have won. They
Oh
if
yes,
Malavita would have won Eurovision. I
Malavita,
swear
Yeah,
that
Malavita
song
would
is so
love that.
good.
Yeah.
yeah. With Malavita, they
Oh,
would have pretty much be top 10, I would say.
Mhm.
so good,
But
so good.
yeah, guys, please I don't know, let's pray to the planets. I don't know. Do something with I don't know, let's call again the Pope. I don't know, do something
Oh, the
because
Pope
there is
actually
not
had like
possible.
three more pages that he didn't read. He had like
Oh,
Or
six
yeah,
pages.
because he was almost dying, Poverino. You know, and
Oh
we
my
are
god,
gonna have also Maneskin. No, Maneskin. Poor Maneskin. We are gonna have
Damiano, just Damiano,
Damiano David, the international
Damiano
superstar.
David, the
We are gonna have
international.
him. It was really hilarious today because during the press conference for night two, um, he was there, and Carlo Conti welcomed him in English.
oh,
And
oops.
it's really funny because on Twitter everybody is saying that Damiano doesn't speak anymore Italian, he speaks just English, and in every single tweet or post in which they are citing Damiano, they're also providing the English translation so he can
Yeah,
understand.
I laugh every
Yeah,
time at every post.
it's really really
Yeah, I
funny.
think he
And
changed a lot since the victory, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's
I
his life.
mean,
If he wants to let
I really like Broken
broken heart.
Born
Hearts.
with a broken
Yeah,
heart.
Born with a Broken Heart.
yeah.
I really like it. It's really different. It's really pop. It's really Harry Styles. But I'm sure like he will be back with Maneskin for sure.
He said it's an
I
Erasmus, so you know,
I see why I don't see why not.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's guys. This was our own idea. We are hoping that something can happen for sure. Let's pray to the gods of Sanremo. Maybe I don't know. A surprise can always happen. We never know. Um,
Amadeus comes back,
yeah,
That's a
please.
surprise.
This is some. I think that next year we will have a Carlo Conti again, and later we
Yeah,
will have Alessandro Cattelan having
Yeah,
Sanremo.
I think
Catalan
we
is
just
pretty
need to get
fun.
used to it. It's not
I
that bad.
think it's just. I think it's just. Catalan will be a really good artistic director. He's really
I agree.
Yeah.
young. Well, young. He's 40, but yeah, young
That's
45
young at
almost.
Italian
For
terms,
Sanremo, it's young.
Or for Sanremo is young. But yeah, but I mean, let's just see what it happens. I'm not just saying that we don't have any chances. I'm just saying that this year is more classical, more traditional
Yeah,
Sanremo. And in the end, we always went good with the winner of Sanremo in Eurovision. So the only times we did not good was with the withdrawals, like when Francesca went, uh, and also with Emma that didn't win Sanremo. So those are the
mm,
two times in which we really went bad. So I honestly think that if something wins Sanremo, it's because it has quality. I can like it, I cannot like it, okay, but it has quality, and I think also the juries in Eurovision can understand it. Also the viewers in Eurovision, because when Ermal Meta and Fabrizio Moro won in 2018, I was not thinking we were going well in Eurovision, and in the end we went fifth with a televote. No, fourth. Don't
fifth,
remember.
fifth.
Fifth with a televote, and we came sixth overall, seventh. I don't remember. Uh, so we never know with Sanremo. We never know. I'm happy that we are back. I love Sanremo week. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's see what the future holds for us, and let's go with who we are gonna think is gonna win.
For me, it's really hard to tell at this point because we got 4 more nights and so much can happen. Still, I mean, you never know. I mean, Georgia could win for sure, but Ollie as well, I think. I mean, for me, it's really unclear. I personally think we don't have a winner yet.
Okay, I think. Okay, if I have to be all doom and gloom, it's Simone Cristicchi. Okay, I think he's probably winning, but I think Achille Lauro might win.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's bold.
I will be completely out of nowhere and I will say that Georgia will win. And I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
care.
fair enough.
I guess we will see. Yeah.
Please. Because also we I don't know, I think that Georgia is her time. She won 30 years ago. She gave a lot to the Italian music industry, and we always paid her dust. So or just scrap Sanremo and we select Elodie and that's it. No, I mean, yeah. We will see what happens. But for these were our own ideas, guys. What is your idea? What is your things? What your my English? 8 hours of Sanremo. I cannot handle English anymore. What were your ideas? Your comments, please. If you want, just leave a comment under here. We will try to catch it up on the next slides. We are gonna follow Sanremo for its own entirety until Saturday, maybe with a different panel or just different people here. But be sure that we are gonna watch all the nights and we're gonna be staying with you. So thank you so much. I don't know where Andre went, but I don't know. It disappeared magically. So thank you so much, Yana. Thanks, Andre, wherever you are. We will see each other in the next live about Sanremo and in other Eurovision content. Thank you so much. Bye.
Grazie. Ciao.
Grazie. Ciao.